My name is Ruth Tie-Dye, and my name is Ruth. My technique is different. That's the very first thing I'd say. Even my tie-dye, without the thing with the ferns and flowers, is totally a different way of tie-dyeing than what most people do. Most people have a syringe, and they make a spiral thing, and then they squirt the syringe with dye, and they squirt the dye all over the shirt, and then they put it in a plastic bag, leave it for a few days, and launder it. I don't do that. First, I take days and days to tie up all my garments into what's going to be the patterns that will come out as a pattern like this here, or this, or what I'm wearing. This is my absolute best-selling shirt, or anything in these colors, and this pattern. And this pattern is all done with clothespins. It's all in how it was folded in the clothespins. And then I have like another shirt that is the exact same way of folding. Where is it here? Okay, say this one here. So this is the same kind of a shirt. It's folded all the same way, except this is done with string instead of the clothespins. So it comes out leaving kind of a V shape. Like I have probably some even better examples. I know there's a really good example here. See, it comes out like this V shape. When you turn it on the back, it's really like a V shape.
Yeah.
So anyhow, this is very popular. People like blue, people like purple. Anyhow, so that's the tie-dye thing I do. So it's done differently. Once they're all into the shapes they're going to be, they might have clothespins and string and they're sticking out, and they're all little packages, more or less. So then what I have is great huge buckets of dye. Sometimes, the biggest size bucket you can get, like a 5, whatever, size gallon bucket of dye. And I put them all in the dye. So for, say, something with 3 colors, like this has 3 colors. So first that went in this color. And then these two came out as a blank. So then that was in 2 hours in this dye, that color. Another 2 hours in that color. And another 2 hours in this color. So the whole thing takes me all day. Like I start making up the dye and putting them things in, and by the time I'm done, it takes me a good 10 hours. So it's a big long day. And then once they're all done, they sit around on plastic for a couple of days till they're dry, and then they're laundered. And then if there's something like these ones with the ferns, that was just a tie-dye that was a blank V. So this was just blank. In fact, I have a whole bag of blanks. I could get them or I could not. But anyway, so once it's just a plain V, this stuff here is a paint, and it's from France. They're the only people that make it, and it's called photosensitive paint. So if you paint something on this shirt now with this paint, and you say you put a coffee cup, and you leave it for a couple hours in sunshine, it will leave a round circle where you left your coffee cup. So if you put a fern on there, or a tansy, or a lupin leaf, or any of these things, and leave them on there for a couple hours in the sun, it's going to leave that image. So what we did years ago was we made a box with sun lamps in it. A big box that's big enough for me to put an entire dress inside. And then I have a frame. Everything that has this paint on it, I have to make a cardboard frame and plastic it with garbage bags or something so it won't bleed through, because I do both sides of the shirt. So after doing the one side, it goes in that box with a sun lamp for a couple of hours, and then it comes out, and then we have to do the other side. And then once the whole thing's all painted up, you have to iron the reverse side inside the shirt. So you turn it inside out and iron it to fix that on there. However, once it's fixed on there, I've got shirts that are 25 years old, and the shirt is all threadbare, and the dye job looks terrible. The paint looks just the same as ever. And so it's very popular. I have kind of a group of Denman followers, that buy lots of these as years go by, and they can order whatever they want. I even have a catalog with all kinds of clothes, and they can order whatever dress or shirt they like, and have it either tie-dyed in a pattern or have it ferned like this. So that's probably about what I have to say about it.
All right.
Some people might find some of it a little bit more expensive than other people, but it takes me so much more, it costs me so much more to do. For instance, I talked to someone who did the squirt thing with the syringe, and for $10 they could do 40 t-shirts. And for me to do 40 t-shirts would cost me over 100. So that's this difference right there. And it takes more time, and on and on. And this paint also is very expensive. This paint is $50 a liter.
All right. And how can people get in touch if
They
they're...
could phone me. I have a phone number. It's 250-335-2993.
Thank you, Ruth.
Thank you.